Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो भारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When we want to invoke the potentiality of anything, we must know what are the possible potentialities in that. For example, take the phone. Now it has got so immense potentialities. How many apps are there? And out of those many apps, how many apps we use? I have got iPhone 15 with AI activated. Oh, very good. What do you do with that? I don't know even how to use it. Exactly the same way. We talk about mind. Please come and sit if you have to. Okay. So, before we can invoke the potentiality of the mind, we must know something about the mind. When we don't know, then although it is with us, we can't use it. Like, normally I use Samsung. Now, after having come here for my other phone, my friend has told, Swamiji, you should use iPhone. And I am a choiceless existence. So I have to accept it. Now, every time there's a problem, how to start, how to switch off, because I don't know the operation. In the same manner, do we know the operation of our mind? So the first thing to be clearly understood, life is not lived by the body. Life is lived by the mind. Nothing happens to body. But this is only a statement. Are we convinced of this? We have to be convinced of this. And once you are convinced, then you will agree with me. We are all living our convictions in life. Today we are convinced that I am body. Therefore, I live as the body for the body on everybody. Because I am a body. Our whole life is guided with that one conviction that I am a body. Similarly, if we are convinced that life is lived not by the body, but by the mind, everything happens to the mind, nothing happens to body. Now, how do we know that? Theoretically, we say yes, out of obligation, but it must be convinced. So, how it happened with me? I am not telling you anything from books. Because, like the college professors, they prepare their lectures and upload. and the students download and it goes to the gutter. See? This knowledge must be our direct experience. So, this I have mentioned in some of my earlier talks. There was something wrong with my big toe many years before, maybe more than 30, 40 years before. And somebody came to do namaskar. I had no socks, being in India, no socks. So he came and did namaskar, and there was some kind of a growth, like that of a strawberry, a red one, slowly growing. So he happened to be a doctor. He said, Swamiji, what is this red growing on your toe? I said, it is a wisdom toe. Like ignorant people have got wisdom tooth, I have got wisdom toe. He said, it is not a story of jokes, but it is very serious. I said, then what can I do? You have to operate it. I said, okay, I'll do it. He said, no, I am a doctor, I can do that. I said, come on. I went to his clinic, sat on the chair like this, and then put my leg on a stool, and he gave local anesthesia. And after some time, he again came and took a rubber hammer and hammered on the toe. He said, how do you feel? I said, I am feeling emotional. You are taking care of me so much. He said, not that. Then what? Are you feeling anything? I said, no. That means that particular toe is fully anesthetized. He said, now you can see your operation. And he took the scalpel, cut next to that growth, and put the scalpel deep and removed it, whole thing. And he said, Swamiji, congratulations. Everything has come out, nothing is left inside. Very good. Then he was suturing, blood was coming out, everything was going on. And I could see that. That time, what was going in my mind was this. What I was thinking was, oh, I am realized. Now I have conquered everything. Although he is cutting my toe, I am not getting the pain. And I had this illusion that I am a great yogi, conquered body identification, and it continued for 15 minutes. And after that, the pain started. Oh God! That day I realized everything happens to the mind, nothing happens to the body. This basic we have to accept it, not theoretically, but as a conviction. See, friends. Unless we are convinced of this, we will not work in this life. We have to be fully convinced. So, we are convinced now that the mind is the one wherein everything is happening. Joy, sorrows, gain, loss. And this impact on the mind, if it is not understood, we lead a mechanical life of an ignorant person as we are living. And who are ignorant persons? They have complained about everything in this world and they blame for everything that happens in their life to others. I am miserable because of him, because of her, and this is how our whole life goes. And then what will be our spiritual practice? If I am miserable because of my wife, what will be my spiritual practice? Try to improve wife. This is called as Ashakyanushthan, impossible undertaking. But we are not ready to recognize problems are not outside. It's our own mind. How important it is. But neither we are told right from childhood, nor we have ever known about it. Now the second thing. We normally complain about the mind being disturbed. My mind is disturbed. Define a disturbed mind. See, you are all educated, ITs, rich, comfortable. define what is a disturbed mind. Get married, then you will understand what is a disturbed mind. See, friends, what is a disturbed mind? We simply say mind is disturbed. Define, then you start reflecting on your mind. Then you will come to know disturbed mind is that mind which runs in three parameters. The mind runs either from place to place or from object to object or from time to time. These are the three areas where our mind runs. Now you are all NRIs. If I have to define an NRI, who is NRI? He who is in America but thinks about India, and when he goes to India, thinks about America. See, I am not forcing anything. Is it not? Why not we live here 100%? This again I learned. Friends, I tell you, my spiritual practice is only this. Learn from every experience of your life. Learn from every experience of your life. Then you are your guru and you are your disciple. If you learn, nobody can teach anybody anything. Normally, what we do, we keep the guru outside. Take a nice picture, hang him on the wall, crucify him, hang there, don't come down. See, food is in the plate, hunger is in the pate. Simply looking at the food, will the hunger go? It must be eaten, chewed, salivated, swallowed. Where the hunger is, there the food must reach. Where are the problems? Problems are not outside. Problems are in the mind. Where is the guru? Guru is outside. Outside guru cannot help you. Then, like the food, the outside guru must enter inside. And how the outside guru enters inside? When we are able to learn from every experience of our life. So our ability to learn from every experience of our life is we have surrendered to the Sadguru. Simply naming somebody as Sadguru is nobody's Sadguru. There is only one Sadguru. And it is everybody's ability to learn. This I am not telling out of my imagination, but this is clearly established in Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran in the 11th canto about the story of a Avadhuta who was none other than Bhagwan Dattatreya. The king asked him, "Sir, you have nothing, no kingdom, no property, no nothing. But how come you are so happy?" He said, "Therefore I am happy." From whom? Who is your guru? Who taught you? See what he says. I don't have one guru. Daridri has only one guru. Then I have 24 gurus. And he never mentions who taught me what. He mentions what I have learned from them. Space taught me this. Space supports everything, rejects nothing, but doesn't hold on to anything. Space supports everything, but no mark is left on the space. This is what I learned from the space. The space is my guru. Now apply this. See, friends, nobody can teach us. We have to learn. So instead of complaining all the time, mind is disturbed. No, 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 no. What is the disturbed mind? Disturbed mind is that mind which runs in places, runs in objects or persons, runs in time. If we are very clear about this, if you are here in Dallas, be 100% here. You have arrested the disturbances in the mind on account of one parameter, place. Second thing, the mind runs in objects or persons, vastu or vyakti. Anything we give too much importance, that object or that person is the cause for creating thoughts in the mind. No complaints. No for certain. Again, this I learned from where? I was in Delhi, and outside my house there was a little beautiful garden. So I am very much interested in gardening. So I used to make the nice bed I made, clean, neat, all weeds removed, started putting little water, and then waiting for the plant to grow. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, nothing coming out. And then I saw the next neighbor, they have got beautiful plants. So I asked, I said, hey, will you please excuse me, whatever. See, I also made, bed like that, but no plant is coming. What is the reason? He said, did you sow any seeds? I said, no. Without the seeds, can there be plants? What is the seed for every thought? That seed is somebody. Do an experiment right now. Become husband or wife and think. Stop. Become parents or children and think. Stop. Remain as nobody and think. You have done the experiment on you, is it not? When you became husband or wife, the thoughts were pertaining to wife or husband respectively. लोगों की बीबियां कितनी अच्छी होती. When you became parent or children, the thoughts were pertaining to children or parents. And when you remained as nobody, no seed, no thoughts. And we are only one body. We are a poultry farm. Mother, father, husband, wife, in-laws, outlaws, rich, poor, so many bodies. Then it is a weed garden. Constantly, poultry farm is going on. And then we complain, mind is disturbed. This we have to learn from our own experiences. So, disturbed mind means running from place to place, deshataha. Second, mind disturbed means from object to object. So, we have taken an example of the vyakti, person. Now, take the example of an object. Whichever object you have given importance, that object becomes the source of creating thoughts in the mind. You must be seeing this thing. When we see the um, TV advertisements, that object which is not known to us, we don't desire that. But then the advertisement comes on the TV. A potato cutting machine. It can cut 5 kilograms of potato in 2 minutes, all pieces exactly equal. Original cost $2,100. If you right now dial on this number, only $21. So cheap. Immediately you call and it will never go wrong number, it will go perfectly. Next day it will come. And now the question is, how many people at home? हम दो, हमारा कोई नहीं. Now, that machine you have bought, cutting potatoes 5 kilo in 5 minutes, what will you do with that? But you have brought the machine, you have to show to the people, I have got this thing. Then call the people, find out some excuse, prepare the food, make sabji out of their potato, and waiting for everybody. Take, it's a good subject, take, but I don't like potatoes. And nobody is bothered about it, they are interested to eat and go. Then, do you see, all the potato pieces are exactly the same. Yes, we have seen that. So what about it? No, I got a machine. Observe, my friends, this is our mind making fool of us. Recognize this. So whenever we give importance to persons or we give importance to objects, they are the source of disturbance. So when I did not know about the machine, I didn't desire, I didn't order. So what are the steps? Steps are janati, ichhati, karoti. When you know something, you desire. When you desire, you are put into activity. If you do not know, you won't desire. If you don't desire, no activity, you are at peace with yourself. These friends, Black Friday sale, there is no need. लेकिन मिल रहा है, अरे. See, friends, we have to recognize these tricks of the mind. So, deshataha vastutaha. Then third, kalataha. All the time talking about जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन, वो भी गए भाड़ में, तुम भी चले जाओ. Particularly oldies, they cannot live in the present. All the time talking about the past. When we were children, we used to climb on the tree and play. Grandson says, maybe you are having a tail, we don't have a tail. See, friends, we should clearly understand, nobody is interested in our past. Everybody is concerned about their own future. But what do I have? Only the past. See, Bhagavad Gita, you have read, studied. Here itself, yesterday we spoke. The chaos that Arjuna was going through, is all what I have described to you now. His chaos was this one, relations, because he has given importance to his grandfather, his guru, and his brothers. Katham Bhishmamaham Sanke Dronam Chamadasudana. Then he has given importance to the future. If this war happens, so many people will die, this thing, and net result, he was not in the present. If we learn the art of remaining in utter present, we have learnt everything about mind. Therefore, the Maha Mantra which you have heard, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Where are we now? In Satsanga. When? During Satsanga. What should be we? Satsangi? Or mother, father, husband, wife, brother, sister? See, friends. And the best part is, only by right thinking, problems can be dissolved. Problems cannot be solved because problems don't exist. Like the blueness of the sky. You cannot remove that because it doesn't exist. Problems don't exist. They have to be dissolved. Therefore, can we have or do we have a choice to live yesterday? We have no choice. Do we have a choice to live tomorrow? Do we have an option whether you want to live today or tomorrow? No. So it is easier to remain in the present. See? And how live in the present? Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are. Who are we at a given period of time? Suppose I am in front of the gas stove cooking, so I am a cook. Then be a cook only. This I learned from one lady in Mumbai, therefore I am giving it as an example. She came to meet me. Her right hand was having some bandage and she came like this. So when she came, I said, Mahakali Pranam, kaise aaye ho? You always make fun. I said, there is no need. Tell me what happened. Then she told, I was having an argument with my husband on some issue or the other. And I was making chapati. And in that argument, I forgot that there is no chapati on the tawa. Shouting at him, fighting with him, I put my hand on the tawa to take out the non-existing chapati. And the tawa got stuck to my hand. Therefore, this is happening. Who can help? When you are cooking, be a cook. When you are eating, enjoy every bite. When you are walking, walk gracefully. When you talk, talk soft. When you think positively. See, nothing is required from outside. We are the source of the whole universe. Invoke that potentiality. And it can be done only if we start working on our mind. See, in Patanjali Yoga Darshan, normally people do not give much importance to this particular sutra, but this is the most important sutra. Ashtanga, 8 limbs. Like I have got 4 limbs, 2 hands, 2 legs. The hands and legs are not meant for them, they are meant for me. If hands and legs are cut, I continue to exist. But if I am cut, they have no meaning. In the same manner, what is yoga? See? Normally we get yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. These are Ashtanga, these are 8 limbs. And what is yoga? Yoga is Chitta Vritti Nirodha Yoga. It is here we disagree with this statement. Friend, I'm taking you different, not a mechanical thing. We start from Yama. Yama is, world is not a problem for us and we are not a problem for the world. Ahimsa Satya Asti Aparigraha Brahmacharya. Then Niyama, we are not a problem for ourselves. Shaucha Santosha Tapaswadhyaya Ishwara Pranidhanani Niyama. We are not a problem for ourselves. Then Asana. Asana is not twisting the body. Asana is Sthira Sukham Asanam. You are at peace with yourself. Sthira Sukham. Sthira is steady. Sukham is bliss. Are you at peace with yourself or not? That is asana. And how it can happen? He tells, next sutra, Prayatna Shaithilya Ananta Samapatibhyam. Lesser the struggle and effort in our life, we are normal. Prayatna Shaithilya. Those who are hard of hearing, they have to put lot of efforts to listen. And because they put lot of efforts, they get tired. Because they get tired, they go to sleep. See? Prayatna Shaithilya, when you are absolutely normal, relax. Everything is heard perfectly well. Therefore, if our life is normal, Prayatna Shaithilya, when it can happen, Ananta Samapatti, when we are living as a divine being. Basically, we are divine. Ananta means infinite. Ananta Samapatti, we are closer to the divine nature that we are. You will be effortless. If we have got some health problem, let us take, asthma, grandmother-in-law. The khasi is called as saas. And the grandmother-in-law is called asthma, superior. So, what happened? Why? Not normal. Wherever there are efforts, we are not normal. How great foundation it is. Why there are efforts? Because we try to prove something what we are not. Just be. Don't become anything. After this is done, then pranayam. Pranayam is controlled activity. Don't get involved to such an extent that you get fed up of yourself. Keep cool. What is required to be done, definitely done. But that is not all. Then comes the pratyahar. Ahar means to eat. Pratyahar means not to eat. What does it mean? It means, I'll give a simple example. Try this. Pratyahar means, I am seeing the red color. Eyes don't become red. I see the yellow color. Eyes don't become yellow. I see the blue color. Eyes don't become blue. These with different colors are choices. I like red color. I don't like yellow, dirty fellow. So where I am? I am away from my eyes. If I am living at the eye level, then I will eliminate every color and form, but will not be obsessed with any color and form. Now multiply this example. The taste. Rasa, rasana, only taste. But we add speciality to that. sweet, sour, kadwa, and we get lost in that. And therefore, real spiritual practice is don't get carried away by the worldly objects, but live at the gateway where from the world enters our mind. If there is something somewhere, if we do not know, we are relaxed. If we come to know, oh, in that mall there is a great sale going on, and they are telling that buy one and take the whole mall with you. Let us go there. See? Just recognize this. We don't have to do anything. Are we living at the periphery of our personality, or we are migrating towards our center? In short, pratyahar is living at zero complaint level. Give yourself minimum choices. We all suffer because of too many choices. Pratyahar, up to here, we have kept the world outside. Then we are working on the mind now. What was the disturbed mind? Mind runs in places, in objects, and in time. So, if we have to invoke the infinite potentiality that the mind is, not mind has, mind is. First, the mind has to be nailed in one place. Where to nail? Nail it at its origin. Where is the origin of the mind? If you have to tell that, uh, I am going to tell you, what are the fingers that we use? I am going to tell you. No. Do I say, I am going to tell you? No. I use this tarjani. I am going to tell you. I is at the sternum. Center, that is the spiritual heart. It is from here the mind is born. It is here the mind goes back. Mind is existing at two levels. One is a common mind. Second is the individual mind. Like the common space and our 2 BHK. Is the total space and the 2 BHK space separate from each other? In the small 2 BHK, if something is rotting, dirty, it will pollute the whole climate. In the open space, let the whole world rot, nothing happens. Exactly the same way. The common mind, there is only one mind. Space is one, water is one, fire is one, air is one, space is one, mind is one. There are no different minds. Like there is one space, because of the 2 BHK, it becomes my space. How? Because identified with a structure called as the house. Exactly the same way. Total mind, identified with a particular body, start sprouting from this sternum, and here I, the individual mind, is born. And this individual mind will be, because it is incomplete, it is not complete. Total space is complete. Individual room is not complete. Then we want to extend one more room. Why? Too much of furniture. They will not remove the furniture. They will extend the room. See, friends. So we have to dissolve the individual mind in the total mind. It is for this purpose we have to work on the mind with reference to the place, deshataha. So when you are sitting quiet, let our mind's focus be on the sternum, the center. It is easier. It is not difficult. Don't get lost into Bhru Madhya, between the two eyes, or tip of the nose. Don't do that. Do you know in Bhagavad Gita there are 108 jokes? If you have got WQ, then you will know it. You know what is WQ? What is IQ? What is that? WQ. Wit quotient. There are many jokes in Bhagavad Gita. One of the joke is this. See? Samprekshanasigagram sam dishashchanamalokayan. When you sit for meditation, look at the tip of the nose. So the man goes and tells his wife, honey, darling, please sit down. Don't move. Why? I had to do meditation. Why? Bhagavan said in Bhagavad Gita that look at the tip of the nose. Wife is always smarter than the husband. Then she says, you dumbo, swam nasikagram, your own tip of the nose. Oh, I thought somebody else's nose. Swam nasikagram. Don't get lost in that. Because you have seen them, when they are looking over here, and afterwards they may get anything or not. Headache they definitely get, by guarantee. Or they become squint all the time funny way. No. Therefore, to bring the mind's focus to the source is a conscious effort to dissolve the ice into the water. When the ice dissolves in the water, there is no noise. It happens very cool way. So when you are really wanting to work on it, so this is the technique given by Patanjali Maharshi. See? Keep your attention only on the spiritual heart. You don't have to do like this. No, no, no. Relax. And decide. Till our prayers are over, we are not going to run any place. You have invoked 1/3 of the dormant potentiality of your mind. But initially it will not remain long. Then we require another parameter. Take any object of reverence for you. Don't take a useless thing, a dog, a buffalo. No. Take your beloved Lord, Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Only one object. So now the mind is holding one object in one place. We have, by this practice, invoked 2/3 of mind's potentiality. We may be seeing here and there, but the mind is now fixed. Mind is not running here and there. So, deshataha, space-wise, vastutaha, object-wise, then kalataha, time-wise. Now, let the mind be fixed in the same space, the same object for a longer period of time. Samadhi is kalatah. Dharana is deshatah. And dhyana is vastutah. Dharana, dhyan, samadhi. So the mind has to be nailed with these three parameters. Now there is no possibility for the mind to move. Now the mind is slowly in a process of getting dissolved. To what? Where will the ice cube dissolve? To its own source, the water. And what is the water? Common denominator, no shape, no size. In the same manner, when the individual mind dissolves in the total mind, the body disappears. This is what happens when we sleep. In sleep, there is no place. Where are we in deep sleep? Above the bed, below the bed, in India or in USA? When are we? 2024 or 2014? Desha gone, Vastu gone, Kala gone, time gone. Then third, who are we? Nobody. So this experience of deep sleep, when it is lived while we are awake, we are able to invoke our infinite potentiality of the mind. Our present condition is what? We are all the time struggling to get happiness in life. We are seeking happiness. Instead of that, let happiness be manifested through us. Don't seek happiness, express happiness. And happiness is nothing but 100% independence. Sarvam paravasham dukkham, sarvam atmavasham sukham, etad vidyat samasena lakshanam sukha dukkhayoho. All dependency is misery. Independence is bliss. We are dependent on the objects. If I get that, I will be happy. If I don't get that, I am miserable. Then I seek that. Run after that. It's only because we have not discovered that we are the source of happiness. Happiness doesn't come from outside. See? I take a cup of tea in the morning, my black cup of tea. And when I prepare tea myself, then I really enjoy and I feel so good, very nicely began. Then my illusion is, when I get a cup of tea, I am happy. If I don't get, I am not happy. Therefore, happiness is coming from tea. But if happiness is coming from tea, then everybody should be happy when he or she takes a cup of tea, but this doesn't happen. Now inquire, when I get the tea that I want at the time, I become happy. Means what? Be very attentive. When I want something, that want is misery. When that want is quietened by giving whatever you wanted, when the want is dissolved, it is happiness. And if we do not desire anything in life, we will be naturally happy. In Kathopanishad, the ultimate that is told is this. Yada sarve pramuchante kama ijasya vridishritaha athamartyaha amruto bhavati atra brahma samashtute. When we live at zero desire level, you are one with the divine. And when we lead desire-free existence, as we do in deep sleep, what is the experience of deep sleep? Happiness. But how do you know it is the experience of happiness? Then why do you snore? Can the happiness be silent? There is a marriage party. Observe silence. Why? He is getting married. Actually, it should be like that only. Why we make noise? Because we are happy. In the deep sleep, we are happy. Therefore, we snore. Try to snore when you are awake. You cannot because you are not happy. See, friends. Therefore, don't seek happiness in life. Express happiness. How to express happiness? Whatever is required for our evolution, that only is given to us by the Lord. Jo thari rahe, so mari rahe. One day a person asked me this question, Swami, you keep on moving. Do you get everything that you want in this, you are traveling constantly? I said, till date, not a single desire of mine was not fulfilled. How it can happen? I said, because my desire is in tune with his desire. Jo thari rahe, so mari rahe. How simple life becomes. So instead of creating the desires, I want this, and suffer and struggle, if you remove the desires by wisdom, not by fulfilling, we know only one thing. Fulfillment of the desire is the removal of the desire. But desire is not an object, it is a virus. So one desire, it is heavily raining outside and you are sitting in a quilt looking outside from the window. How nice it is. I wish I get a nice garam cup of tea, you announce. And the poor lady of the house, you have nothing to do all the time, eat. And she prepares a cup of tea. And you are taking that. Do you think you will keep quiet? No? Pakoda? Second desire. Tea without pakoda, is it a way to take tea? And again she becomes miserable and gives it to him. Pakoda. Anu pakoda. Mirchi nahi hai kya? There is no end to it, my friends. Desires can never be fulfilled. You fulfill one desire, the second will come. There is a story of a devotee. He was offered by Narayana. He came in his Garud helicopter and said, my devotee, I am pleased with you. Come to Vaikuntha. I will not come alone. Desire. Want to do good to others. Why not? No. I want to take the whole world with me. Narayana said, leave it. You come. Don't worry about the world. No. I am not selfish. Everybody should get the joy of Vaikuntha. Okay, go. Then that devotee went to a sannyasi like me. And then, hey, Garbhadananda Maharaj, there is an offer. We can go to Vaikuntha without doing anything. free. Sannyasi Uvacha. No, no, not now. Now my ashram is being built and we are building a temple. We have ordered Narayana statue in Jaipur and the marble has to be fixed. How can I leave it in between and come? Narayana has come, but is fixed in the marble. In the childhood, we were fixed in the small marbles. When you are grown up, marble in the bathroom. Marble that kills your bull is marble. Then the devotee got frustrated, went to a vanaprastha. Vanaprastha is who is unwanted furniture in the society. They have lived their life, but they don't want to give up everything. Hold on to this or that. And then he went. Vanaprastha Maharaj, please come. No, 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 no. Now my great grandchildren are born. Unless their marriage is done, how can I come? The devotee was frustrated. Then he went to the Grahastha. Grahastha said, are you mad? Abhi to shadi hui hai. A lot of time is there, no hurry. He got frustrated, went to the Brahmachari. No, I am studying now. I am studying Sanskrit, I am studying English, I am studying Vedanta. I can't come. He got so disgusted. Nobody wants Narayana's offer free. Out of disgust, he went to a pig. At least you come. I will ask Mrs. Swine. He goes and asks. This is an offer. Should we go? Is it? Ask them whether our food is available there or not. See, friends. And then the devotee came back. And then Narayana said, who wants me? See, friends. Na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyage naike amrutatva manasha. We keep on holding on to the worldly things. And then we complain the mind is disturbed. See, that doesn't mean you become Babaji and take my market. It simply means you play your role. But remember, it is a role. Don't get rolled up in that role. This is what happened to Arjun. He was, instead of playing the role of a warrior, he became a grandson, he became a disciple, he became a brother. And what Bhagavad Gita told, never Bhagavan Krishna gave him any knowledge, only ask him this much only, has your delusion gone? He didn't say, did you get the knowledge what I gave you? No. And Arjuna also never said, I got the knowledge. He says, Nashto moha smriti labdha tat prasadat maya achyuta. All the problems are because of these wrong notions. Wrong notion about ourselves. Wrong notion about the world. Wrong notion about the spiritual practice. Wrong notion about God. We are all the victims of this virus called as notions. What we do, we replace one notion by other notion and continue to be notional. See, earlier I was married in a nice way, but then I don't know what went wrong, and then she left me. Now I am alone. Then now I am searching for another one. So I is not given up. See, friends, earlier I was a bhogi, now I am a yogi. Earlier I used to eat non-vegetarian every day, now I eat alternate day. Earlier I was going to the movie, now I watch the movie on the TV. I is still maintained. Friends, freedom from I, not freedom for I. See? And these wrong notions must be corrected, and nobody can correct it for us. When these three things happen, Trayam ekatra sayyamaha, when the mind is perfectly under perfect control with reference to time, space and object, that perfectly controlled mind is called as sayyama. This is the word used by Bhagavan Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati sayyami. Sayyami means what? The one whose mind is 100% controlled with reference to the time, space and object. Then infinite potentialities which were dormant, they become manifest. After this is done, then in the third pada of this Patanjali Yoga Darshan, it is the Vibhuti pada. Now, when you had invoked the total potentiality of your mind by these techniques, proper understanding and working on it, thereafter it is said, for an example I'll give you, he who has got perfect sayyam on his mind, or mind is sayyamita, then such a sayyamit mind, when it is focused on the esophagus, then that person conquers hunger and thirst. He can live without food and water. That Sayyamit mind, when it is focused on the sun, he can have the vision of all the 14 worlds. Bhurva Swaha Mahajana Tapaha Satyam Atala Vitala Sutala Talatala Rasatala Patala Mahatala, all the 14 worlds he can experience. Everything is in us. This is the possibility that every mind has. But instead of invoking this infinite potentiality, we are lost in small little things. Rise above. And a real seeker is born when he starts working on his mind. Therefore, there are many things you can think about. Slowly you will come to discover that mind is never a problem. Thoughts are never a problem. We are a problem. Because of our wrong association with the mind. And then how do we get out of that wrong association with the mind? Is the next step in the invocation of the infinite potentiality that the mind has. Now here you will see, we have not spoken about this life, next life, last life, going to hell and heaven, going and to some temple and doing some seva, or going to Badrinath, Kedarnath, or going to Kailash. No. Start working on your mind, by the mind, to go beyond the mind. We have a potentiality to jump maximum 3 feet. But I want to jump 3 meters. Then I have to take help of something. In that pole what? Jump. We take that pole, come running, fix it in the soil, and with the help of that pole, we go up there. After having gone there, we don't hold on to the pole, we throw it away. Work is over. In the same manner, conquer the mind, by dropping the mind. This is possible for every one of us, friends. And there is no proxy. Nobody can do it for you and me. We have to live our life. We have to die our death. We have to practice our spiritual life. Honey, you do meditation for me, okay? I am sleeping. That sticky honey will do it also. But you will not get the benefit. Recognize this and invoke this infinite potentiality which is presently dormant in us. Let it be invoked. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरि ओम.